If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout, the one that makes buying so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce powerhouse behind 10% of all the e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. So get your own brand online with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates and forget about the coding. Tackle your tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics, and get the word out with built-in marketing and email tools to find and keep new customers. That purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world, it's just one reason Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR. There's a growing expense eating into your company's profits, your cloud computing bill. What if you could cut your cloud bill in half and improve performance? Well, if you act by May 31st, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure can help you do just that. OCI is the next generation cloud designed for every workload, where you can run any application or AI project faster and more securely for less. This half-off offer is only for new US customers with a minimum financial commitment. See if you qualify at oracle.com/DCR. It's 8 a.m. Eastern, May 16th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is up 1% at $103,630.56. ETH is 0.5% at $2,616.61. XRP is up slightly at $2.42.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want is a great feeling. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
You know that feeling when someone shows up for you just when you need it most? That's what Uber is all about. Not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can turn a tough day around or make a good one even better. Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way. So you can be on yours. Uber, on our way.
Well, Bitcoin is holding above $100,000, largely driven by institutional demand. Glassnode noted that accumulation between $93,000 and $95,000 could act as a key support zone if the market pulls back. Institutional interest spiked after Bitcoin's dip to $75,000 on April 9th, with average net inflows to Wall Street Bitcoin wallets hitting $389 million per day in the week ending April 25th. That week also saw a single-day peak of $933 million on April 22nd. Although ETF inflows have since cooled to about $58 million per day, they remain strong. Coinbase traders reportedly spent up to $54 million per day on BTC in recent weeks, while daily sell-offs on Binance dropped from around $71 million to $9 million. This accumulation has driven the short-term holder supply and profit to 90%, potentially encouraging profit-taking. Valentin Fournier from BRN said the market looks slightly overbought but lacks strong reversal signals. However, Glassnode maintains that the $93,000 to $95,000 range remains a strong demand zone, likely acting as a buffer against significant price drops. While JPMorgan analysts say Bitcoin could see more upside than gold in the second half of 2025, driven by corporate buying and state-level support in the U.S., they noted that the debasement trade, where investors buy both assets to hedge against weak fiat currencies, has turned into a zero-sum game, with Bitcoin now gaining at gold's expense. Gold has dropped nearly 8% since April 22nd, while Bitcoin is up 18% in the same period. The shift is also reflected in investor flows, with money moving out of gold ETFs and into Bitcoin funds, as well as a rise in Bitcoin futures positions. Companies like Strategy and Metaplanet are adding to this momentum. Strategy plans to raise $42 billion for Bitcoin by 2027 and has already reached 60% of that goal. Meanwhile, states like New Hampshire and Arizona are also getting involved, with New Hampshire allowing up to 5% of state assets to to be invested in Bitcoin and gold, and Arizona creating a digital asset reserve through staking rewards and airdrops, while Brazilian fintech firm Méliuz has become the first publicly listed Bitcoin treasury company in the country after shareholders approved its BTC strategy. The company recently bought 274.52 BTC for $28.4 million at an average price of $103,604 per BTC, bringing its total holdings to 320.2 BTC, now worth over $33.3 million. Since its initial Bitcoin purchase in March, Méliuz's stock price has jumped 116% from 68 cents to $1.47. This move aligns with a broader trend of publicly traded companies adding digital assets to their treasuries. New York-based DDC Enterprise, also known as Day Cook, also announced a BTC accumulation plan, starting with a 100 BTC buy and a target to reach 500 BTC within 6 months and 5,000 BTC over the next 3 years. Some firms have also started including other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Solana in their portfolios. While the State of Wisconsin Investment Board recently disclosed that it sold its entire $321 million stake in BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, IBIT, during the fiscal quarter ending in March, according to a U.S. SEC filing. Despite this move, the board still holds nearly $19 million in Coinbase stock. Meanwhile, BlackRock's IBIT remains the largest spot Bitcoin ETF by assets under management, recently pulling in over $5 billion during a 20-day streak of net inflows, pushing its total assets past $60 billion. And finally, BlackRock's $3 billion tokenized treasury fund, the BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, aka BUIDL, has launched its first direct DeFi integration on Avalanche through Euler, a decentralized non-custodial lending protocol. This move builds on the token framework developed by Securitize, which allows tokenized products like BUIDL to function on-chain. BUIDL, a composable ERC20 token fully redeemable for BUIDL, can now be used as collateral on Euler, letting users earn AVAX rewards when borrowing USDC or AUSD against their holdings, while also earning the underlying yield from the BUIDL fund, Euler, which relaunched in 2024 after a major flash loan exploit in 2023, has since grown to over $387 million in deposits by March 2025. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
You've likely heard about touching grass to reconnect with nature, but have you heard about hunting for fossils in conflict zones or saving an endangered species of butterfly while incarcerated? These are just some of the amazing stories we're sharing on Going Wild, the chart-topping and award-winning podcast produced by Nature on PBS, hosted by me, wildlife ecologist Dr. Ray Wynn Grant. In the brand new season of Going Wild, we're talking to some of the most interesting champions of nature, ranging from TikTok's Black forager, Alexis Nicole Nelson, and Pulitzer Prize-winning science journalist Ed Yong, to Nat Geo explorer / stand-up comic Ella Al-Shamahi, to explore what led them to create change within themselves, their community, and the natural world. Get inspired, all while exploring our place in the wild. Listen to Going Wild with Dr. Raywin Grant wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Shirley Leung, columnist at the Boston Globe and host of Say More, where we go beyond the headlines with bold, intimate conversations about the biggest issues shaping our world. In a new special series, we're going to confront the C word. That's right, cancer. It's a disease that touches us all, but it's hard to talk about. In a new 5-part series, I open up for the first time about my own battle with breast cancer and explore the science, history, and deeply personal stories behind this disease. There is life beyond cancer. Join me for the C word, Stories of Cancer. Follow Say More from the Boston Globe wherever you get your podcasts.